The Mid-Season Invitational is back once again, and it's more exciting than ever. Here's everything you need to know about MSI in under 5 minutes. MSI is being held in Daejeon, South Korea, and will be starting on the 28th of June, running until the Grand Finals on the 12th of July. 11 teams from around the world will battle to claim one of the most prestigious trophies on the LoL Esports calendar. Starting off with the LCK, we've got the first seed Hanwha Life Esports. The superstar-studded roster that missed out on MSI last year has now brought in Kanavi and Gumayushi to cement themselves as the strongest team from the LCK in spring. As the second seed, we've got the reigning world champions T1, who had a hard-fought battle against Gen.G in a 5-game series to clutch their way to the tournament. The world champions brought in Pays from JDG in the LPL to finalize their roster for the year, who has slotted in perfectly. Moving over to the LPL, we've got the first seed BLG, who brought Viper in from Hanwha Life Esports at the start of the year and are on track for the Golden Road. Bolstered up by their powerhouse solo laners Bin and Knight, BLG looked unstoppable in the LPL, barring one series loss to WE. As the second seed, we've got Top Esports, where Cream and Jackie Love were set for a strong winter split. Drama surrounded the team, but a familiar face in Tian returned in March to help take them to top 2 in the league, alongside a new face to the international stage in Juyan in the top lane. From the LEC as the first seed, we have G2 Esports, who had an amazing showing at first stand, going 6-0 against the LCK teams Gen.G and Fearx just a few months ago. Led by the best Western player of all time, of course, in Caps, looking for another MSI trophy. Coming in as the second seed is Karmine Corp, a European super team brought up by powerful Korean solo laners in Kana and Yehu, the best support in NA, Busio, and domestic star power from Yike and Kalist. Just how high is the ceiling for this team, who managed to take G2 all the way to 5 games? From the LCS as the first seed, we have Lion Gaming, who has been absolutely dominating in NA, having won 3-0 against both Cloud9 and Team Liquid in the later stages of playoffs, led by Inspired, of course. Time will tell how this team built around him will perform internationally. Coming in as the second seed, we've got Team Liquid, who rebuilt their 2026 roster around Yon and Core JJ, bringing in Morgan from the LCK, Quid from 100 Thieves, and Jose Diodo from Isurus. Success has started to show for the team as they took down Cloud9 in a 3-0 fashion to grab the second ticket to MSI for North America. From the LCP, we have the first seed Team Secret Wales, who have completed a perfect undefeated LCP split and is a team entirely led by their jungler Histo. Levi may have retired, but Vietnam have already found a worthy replacement. You can expect them to have strong early games and snowball into some wins this tournament, but their laners are maybe a little bit too weak for a full best of 5 versus the top teams, but we'll see. We already saw what CFO have done last year. As the second seed, we have Deep Cross Gaming, who no matter what the game state is, they'll think it's a fight that they can take and they'll force really hard. This is a team that'll look to engage and dive, but is very one-dimensional. It's kind of like watching 2018 IG, but half the skill, half the source, good solo laners, and a very crazy jungle support, and an AD carry who loves to step up and fight you. Finally, from the CBLOL, we have Furia, who swept the CBLOL playoffs bracket, only having lost 1 game to loss in the finals. The team led by Tattoo has only seen a little bit of international play this year, dominating the America Cup against the LCS teams, having gone 8-0 against them just a couple months ago. Let's see how they do at this international. Now let's talk about the format. The format will be 20 best of 5s, plain and simple. No best of 3s, no best of 1s, best of 5s all the way through the tournament. We start in the play-in stage where T1, Team Liquid, KC, and DSG will be drawn into a bracket where only one team can come out alive and join the rest of the 7 teams in the MSI main stage. The play-in bracket is ruthless, meaning one of the teams will need to win 3 best of 5s to continue into the main stage. In the main stage, 8 teams will be seeded into a massive double elimination best of 5 fearless bracket all the way up until the finals of July 12th. Let's talk a little bit about the meta, which is kind of all over the place right now. I think this patch and the current state of League is quite free. We see so many different picks in so many different roles, lots of pocket picks. Sure, there are the OP champions and the high list prio champions, things like Cassiopeia and Orianna. Varus and Rumble are top of the food chain, for example, but just in the last few weeks we've seen Zyra mids, Nasus jungles, Sion mids, GP tops, Vayne tops, range supports, melee supports. The list really does go on. The main point is that Fearless and the recent patch changes have really allowed almost anything to work, so preparation for these best of 5s will be absolutely crucial as they'll need to practice these niche picks to surprise. Now let's talk about what time does MSI start. As the tournament's being held in Korea, that means for CET European fans, the first best of 5 will start at 5 AM and the second best of 5 will start at roughly 10 AM. For NA PST, that'll be around 8 PM for the first best of 5 and roughly 1 AM for the second best of 5, but again, rolling schedule, so be careful. And for Korea/Southeast Asia, it'll be around midday starts for the first and towards 4 to 5 p.m. for the second best of 5. Like I said, it's rolling schedule, so be careful on that second best of 5. Some days have 2 best of 5s, some days have only 1 best of 5. Last year's MSI, to me, was one of the most ruthless and competitive tournaments I've ever seen. This one really is shaping up to be something similar with the meta, the 20 best of 5s, the teams that are there. It's going to be an absolute blast. 28th of June until the 12th of July, make sure you're there. I'll be covering every game, as always, on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Caedrel. And if you want to just watch the VODs, I'll put every game on YouTube as well. So, yeah, I'm excited. Make sure you're there. Big kiss. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you at MSI.